So today I'm going to do a story on 10-year-old Dakota Collins. And I have a little excerpt here and a timeline. And you can find these yourself on WHIO TV 7 news website. Dakota Collins died December 13th at the age of 10. His father has been accused of abusing and raping the child. 2 women have also been charged for endangering children. This timeline is based on court records, police reports, property records, and school files from Wisconsin, Dayton, and Montgomery County. So this story is not recent. So December 13th is the day he died. That was, let's see, 2019. So here is the timeline. December 18th, 2008, Dakota Collins is born to Robin Collins and Al Muhattan McLean in Wisconsin. It says that he goes by the name, the father went by the name Al, so I'm just going to call him that because I can't pronounce his name. On November 12th, 2019, Collins admits to Wisconsin police that she hits Dakota. She receives probation and loses custody of Dakota. That baby wouldn't have even been a year old yet. December 9th, 2011, Collins' probation is revoked and she is sent to prison. She told the Dayton Daily News it was due to drug use. On April 5th, 2012, McLean hits and chokes a man in Wisconsin he thinks has his phone. He pleads guilty to disorderly conduct. On October 21st, 2013, Collins writes to the court asking for McLean to be prevented from taking Dakota out of state, claiming McLean's treatment of Dakota is under investigation by child welfare officials in Wisconsin. On October 23rd of 2013, McLean receives permanent sole custody of Dakota after having temporary custody since at least July 2013. So that means there's a little bit of time here when Dakota wasn't with either parent. He was probably being fostered. It doesn't say, but that's what I assume. October 26, 2013, McLean is accused of hitting his fiancée, Amanda Hines, over the head with a pipe, dragging her by her hair to a car, and punching her before driving away with her in Wisconsin. Charges were later dismissed by a prosecutor. February 26, 2014. Collins writes to the Wisconsin court that McLean moved with Dakota to Union City, Tennessee. He ripped him out of school and left. I have no idea what's going on. Without CPS involved in any information, I'm not even sure how he is, she writes. June 30th, 2014. McLean files with the Wisconsin court his intent to move with Dakota to Pennsylvania. Collins signed a notarized letter agreeing to the move, then wrote a handwritten letter days later saying she was bullied and pressured into signing the first letter. August 18, 2014, first day of school at Horace Mann Elementary in Dayton, Ohio. Dakota's enrollment date is unknown, but school officials confirm he was a student there starting in 2014. October 20th, 2014, Wisconsin court rules that McLean is allowed to move with Dakota to Pennsylvania. Collins maintains visitation rights. December 30th, 2014, Amanda Hines buys a house on Kensington Drive in Dayton. February 19, 2016, Montgomery County Children's Services calls Dayton police for a well check regarding possible abuse of Dakota's 9-year-old brother. No one answers the door when officers arrive. March 6, 2016, Hines calls police saying McLean is drunk and refusing to leave. Officers respond and allegedly find McLean drunk and argumentative. They advise Hines of the eviction process. May 25, 2016, Hines calls police crying hysterically, saying McLean hit her and won't leave. Officers respond and no charges are filed. June 9, 2016, Hines calls Dayton police saying a neighbor is intoxicated and threatening to kill her. Police arrive and allegedly find that both the neighbor and McLean appear to be intoxicated and fighting. Incident ends with no one taken into custody. July 26, 2016. A caller who gives the name Al contacts police from Kensington Drive home to report that he was assaulted by a woman. Caller disconnects from dispatcher several times as officers gather information. Incident ends with no one taken into custody. August 2, 2016, Montgomery County Sheriff's Office serves a civil protection order to McLean. Records shows from a woman he met locally who says he assaulted her in July 2016. The protection order was dismissed because the incident didn't meet the threshold for an order. August 20, 2016. Dakota's older brother runs away from the Dayton home. Once found, he tells police he is forced to do squats while holding a heavy backpack as punishment. Police contact Children's Services and officers are told a referral was made. Police attempt to search the Kensington Drive address, but couldn't access some parts because of pit bulls. Officers notice cameras inside and outside the house, but McLean tells them the cameras don't record and were only present for show. September 14, 2016, McLean calls Dayton police to report someone had broken into his house and threatened his family at gunpoint because of a dispute about a wheelchair. Police records say Hines' sister Jennifer Ebert, Dakota, and his brother were home when the incident occurred. McLean provides police with video of the incident captured on his cameras. The same cameras that he said were for show and didn't record, I guess. July 29, 2017. Hines calls police reporting that people she doesn't know are yelling and threatening her. Officer responds and find issue is over a grass-cutting disagreement. May 11, 2018. Dayton Public Schools worker in Montgomery County Children's Services requests welfare check on Dakota because it fears he was being abused. Police respond to Kensington Drive house and get no answer at the door. Somewhere between May 12th and May 24th, 2018, Dakota is pulled from school by his father before the end of the school year, but exact date is unknown. According to multiple Dayton school officials, school staff say they never saw the boy again. July 31st, 2018, Dakota is formally withdrawn from school and is homeschooled. November 14, 2018, Dayton police respond to an argument between residents at Kensington Drive house. Disagreement centers around someone allowing their friend to park a car in front of the house. November 18, 2018, McLean and Hines called Dayton police complaining Dakota is being unruly. McLean asked police to take the boy to the Juvenile Justice Center. Once Dakota is in the back seat, McLean says he doesn't want to press charges and will take Dakota to Kettering Hospital. Hospital officials say he never came. May 6, 2019, Collins files motion for contempt in Wisconsin court against McLean. Mr. McLean has never brought Dakota to see me since he has left the state. I have spoken to him once on the phone in 4 years, she writes. May 13th, 2019, Wisconsin court dismisses Collins' motion, saying the case is in the jurisdiction of Ohio since Dakota lives there now. May 14th, 2019, Collins calls Dayton police telling them that she believes her son is being abused by McLean. Police respond and dispatch records say they believe Dakota was being cared for. Records don't say whether Children's Services was contacted. December 13th, 2019, Dakota dies at Dayton Children's Hospital. McLean is arrested. Montgomery County Children's Services say they do not have an open case on Dakota. December 16, 2019, Dayton police serve search warrant at Kensington Drive house, locating several items they allege were involved in child abuse. December 20th, 2019, Dayton police arrest Hines and Ebert at the Kensington Drive address. Both are charged in connection with the child abuse investigation involving Dakota. December 23, 2019, McLean is indicted with 7 felonies, including rape. He's accused of abusing Dakota between November 1st, 2018 and December 13th, 2019. So that is the timeline, and we will discuss a little bit of this. So I watched a video of when he was interviewed by police, and I didn't watch the whole thing because it was like 2 hours long. But from what I seen, he pretty much accused the child of injuring himself all the time and saying that he had jumped out of a window and would pee all over himself all the time, and made the upstairs smell horrible because he would eat feces and pee everywhere, and basically blaming this child for everything. And then it comes out that, he forced the child to eat feces and was doing all of this abuse to this kid. And the day he died, which I should say, he claims he went upstairs and found Dakota with a broken chair leg in his rear, and that blood was squirting out. Well, that's not what happened. He raped Dakota, and that's how that injury happened. But, of course, he wasn't going to admit that in the interview, but eventually he did plead guilty to it, along with the other accusations. He also had put Dakota on his stomach and stood basically on his back, crushing him. And it is said that he submerged him in water as well on the day of his death. And a whole slew of other things that he did to this child. So this child had been absolutely tortured. And it says on here that the abuse happened from 2018 to 2019, but I don't necessarily believe that. I would say this child and his other sibling probably were being abused the whole time. Because this guy didn't just turn into a monster overnight and do these things to this child all of a sudden. He had been at it for a while. I feel bad for the mom. She clearly made some mistakes, that's for sure. And she definitely did not deserve to have her son either. But I wish the police had listened to her a little more. And I feel like the police in both Wisconsin and Dayton failed this child. Look at all the times on this timeline that the police were called out. Yeah, some of it wasn't for Dakota, but some of it was. And I also believe when a school makes accusations of abuse, that should be taken very seriously. And that child should have been removed by then, at least by then. And had they done that, the child would still be alive today. So I know I say it on every one of these videos that I make like this, where it's a similar case. I say, oh, he's a monster, he's evil, or whatever. But it's true. I mean, this guy is pure evil. What he did to his own child, I can't imagine doing to my worst enemy, let alone my own child. So I know this case happened several years back, but I'm just now learning about it. So if you've known about this case, if you followed this case, leave a comment, let me know. And also, I would really like to know your opinions about it. I know anybody who hears this story is going to be just as appalled as I am and disgusted as I am. But certainly leave your opinion if you would like. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe so you can get notifications for future videos. That's it for today. Thanks.